Well, your meteor brought something, all right. But if it's a germ, it's the biggest son of a bitch you've ever seen.
Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. Now before we begin, I know what you're thinking. What in the world is going on here? Well, usually it's me sitting in the chair, discussing what movie we watched, what we cooked, and all that good stuff. But today, Kitty has decided that the chair belongs to her. So, since she is refusing to give up the chair, Kitty is going to be doing my hosting duties this week. To the best of her abilities. So anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, we've introduced our special guest host, Kitty, who is apparently sleeping on the job. Tonight's movie is a favorite of mine. Haven't seen it in quite a while, but definitely looking forward to watching it. Tonight we'll be watching the 1988 remake of The Blob. Now this remake has a couple differences from the original movie, The Blob. The remake, The Blob is not some kind of alien life form from outer space. It's actually a germ created for germ warfare during the Cold War that was sent up into space because it was deemed too dangerous. And after some time, the germ somehow attaches itself to a meteorite, and the meteorite crashes down to Earth in a town in Colorado, and of course someone had to stumble upon it, and all hell breaks loose. Now the Blob is kind of I don't know how to explain it. I mean, just like that, a blob. Like a slime-like substance that feeds on people. Like I said, it's a germ weapon. It kind of feeds on people. It acts like acid. It pretty much just eats them alive, slowly and painfully. And as it absorbs people, eats them alive, it grows bigger. So, the more victims it has, the bigger it grows, and it just starts to wreak havoc over this poor Colorado town. Now, the movie itself is actually pretty good, like I said. This is one of the better remakes out there. A lot of remakes really don't live up to the originals, and let's be honest, they really just suck. But the remake of The Blob is, I have to honestly say, one of the best remakes I've ever seen for a horror movie. And our host might be leaving. No, she's staying. She thought about leaving. But yeah, this movie, like I said, 1988... it was actually considered a dud at the movies. It had a budget of $19 million, only made $8.2 million, so like I said, considered a dud. But as the years have gone on, it's kind of built a cult following just because people appreciate it. People enjoy it. It's not one of those movies that tries to take itself too seriously. I mean, it is what it is, a giant blob consuming all life. I mean, that's pretty much, that's it. But like I said, it's pure 80s gold, man. Horror movies from the 80s were awesome. This is no different. The soundtrack is awesome. The song in the end credits is awesome, and I'll play that for you at the end of this video. But yeah, the Blob remake, definitely one of my favorites. I always enjoy it when I watch it. I wouldn't say it's too gory. I mean, it has its moments, but nothing really off the wall. The only thing that's really out there is a guy gets pulled through a sink drain, so that was pretty cool. But as far as gore goes, it's not too bad. So we're watching the Blob remake. In the kitchen, I'm feeling kind of ambitious today. I'm going to make cheesy garlic bread and tater tot casserole, so that's going to take a while. But definitely looking forward to it, man. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to have a good movie. With that being said, let's head out to the kitchen and let's get this meal started. Alright everyone, here's the ingredients for our tater tot casserole and cheesy garlic bread. We have our taco seasoning for the meat, of course. Gotta have that. Got our ground beef. We have fresh Italian parsley. We have garlic, fresh garlic. Of course, the tater tots. We have sharp cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, and couldn't find Italian bread, so we're going to use sub rolls for the garlic bread. You make do with what you have. Well, yeah, that's it. So let's get this process started. Alright, we are going to use 3 cloves of garlic for the garlic bread mix. Alright, and here you see we've we've minced our garlic up, excuse me. So that garlic is good to go. Next we'll have to cut up the fresh parsley. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to start with this amount right here. That should be enough, we'll see. I think it will be enough. Alright, cut up our parsley. That's definitely enough. So, we've got our garlic, we've got our parsley, and we're just going to have to mix it in with some butter and olive oil. Alright, so we've got a stick of butter in here. And we're just going to add olive oil, the garlic, and the parsley, and mix it all up. And that'll be our garlic bread spread. So, pretty easy. We've got our olive oil here. Alright, so we've got it all in the bowl. And now we just gotta mash up the butter, mix it all up, and the spread will be done. It's gonna be a messy process, but well worth it. Alright, so here it is. It is ugly, but it's gonna taste good. And we'll just spread that on the bread before we stick it in the oven. So yeah, that's done. We'll keep that to the side for now. We've got our pan heating up. Now it's heating up, excuse me. And we're going to preheat the oven for those tater tots as well. Let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, now while that's preheating, we'll go ahead and start cooking this ground beef. There we go. Alright, so I've got the beef cooking. I've got our tater tots on our tray here. Oven's not preheated yet, so can't put them in, but we just got them ready for when the oven's done. And let's make our taco seasoning real quick. Alright, the meat is cooking. Taco seasoning's been made, so making good progress. So it's going to take a while to get all this stuff done. You see the oven's still preheating. Yep, it's looking good. Alright. Now that meat is almost done. So once it gets completely done, we'll drain all the extra grease out of there. Alright, so the meat is done, the grease has been drained. We're going to add our taco seasoning to the meat. And we're going to mix this all up and let it cook some more. Let that taco seasoning cook down into the meat. Let the meat soak it up. And here we go, putting the tater tots in the oven. Alright. Meat is still cooking. I'm going to set the timer here. And we'll do about 30 minutes. Tater tots should be done, and the meat is coming along nicely. Alright, so the meat is done. We'll put that to the side. Tater tots are still cooking in the oven. So what we're going to do is spread this garlic bread. Alright, so there's our garlic bread spread onto the bread. Now put the parchment paper down so the bread won't stick to the pan. Or tray, excuse me. Yeah, think it'll be good. So we'll just wait till the tater tots are done, then we'll put that bread in. We'll put some cheese on it first. Alright, the tater tots are done cooking. They smell good, they look good. I'm kind of tempted to take some right now, but we'll wait. We'll wait. Alright, put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on the garlic bread, and we're going to stick it in the oven here. And it won't take long at all. Told you. Anyway, that's it. You definitely smell the garlic now, couldn't before. Alright, this is the end product. Basically, a lot of people cook the tater tot casserole in one tray. I don't. I cook everything separately, mix it all up. I put some shredded cheddar cheese on there and mixed it up. We're good to go. Alright, here we go with the blob. We got our tater tot casserole, cheesy garlic bread, and orange vanilla coke, which is awesome. And we're getting ready to watch the blob, man. Gonna be a fun night. Alright everyone, the movie is over. Tater tot casserole was great. The garlic bread, we'll have no comment on that. I think Captain Jean-Luc Picard said it best earlier. But yeah, the Blob remake. Awesome movie, fun movie. I always enjoy when I get to sit down and watch it. It does its own thing, man. It doesn't try to really take too much from the original. It knows what it is. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It does its own thing, and it works. The movie just screams pure 80s, which is awesome because 80s movies, horrors were always just awesome to me. Like I said, soundtrack is awesome. The acting is pretty good for an 80s horror movie. It's not really too campy or cheesy, but I like it, man. It was good. Like I said, this just has a pure 80s vibe, man. It's kind of like a... you can almost consider it kind of propaganda if you really want to overthink it, because the Blob was like a chemical germ warfare weapon. You know, you got the guy with the long hair, leather jacket, smoking cigarettes is the main character, the kind of rebel guy. You know, he's got the hot cheerleader with him, so kind of stereotypical, but it's still a fun movie nonetheless. I have not watched the entire original movie, The Blob. I just couldn't do it, so to me, this, as far as the Blob movies go, this one is it for me. This is the one, and I love it, man. Like I said, not too gory, except for the guy being pulled through the kitchen drain, but like I said, other than that, awesome movie. If you're looking for a good movie that really has an 80s vibe, this is definitely it. Like I said, the acting isn't bad at all. It's got all the, I hate to say stereotypes, but that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, overall, The Blob is an awesome movie. I don't want to keep rambling on and on about it. I don't have a whole essay to explain what I think of this movie. I just thought it was awesome. It's a fun time. You definitely won't be disappointed with it. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. That was The Blob, the 1988 remake. Like I said, I don't want to ramble on and on trying to talk about it. I just liked it. I thought it was awesome. That's pretty much it. Next week, we'll be watching John Carpenter's The Thing. We'll be watching the original. I almost chose the remake, but we're going to do the original. So that'll be fun. I haven't seen that in quite a while. As far as cooking goes, I'm not sure. I probably won't cook anything. That could change. Who knows? So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Saturday Night Horror. This is The Blob, the remake, 1988. Like I said, man, a lot of these movie reviews on YouTube, they go on and on talking about it. You know, I just can't do it, man, because I start stumbling and rambling. I'll just tell you if I liked it, what I thought about it, and I'm quick about it. So, I mean, if you're expecting something long, I apologize, but... And there goes our guest host. Alright guys, so we're going to end it now. That was the Blob remake. I'll see you next week for The Thing. Take care everyone, thanks for watching.